reaching heavy. The only thing, do you find that they are taking X's and O's away from your podcast? Well, the only thing you said is White, Smart, and Horford.
And specifically your moment with Draymond Green after the game where you asked him about his podcast. Now, for those that said, why even ask the question, what would be your rebuttal?
So the only reason I asked the question was because I knew Celtics personnel were listening to the podcast. So if they weren't, I wouldn't have asked. But the fact that someone like Draymond, who is so touted for his high IQ, is so touted for being a generational, defensive player, the fact that he is speaking unfettered for 30 minutes on a podcast after every single finals game, it's pretty, it's literally an unprecedented thing in NBA history. And it's pretty fascinating to me. Even if he's not giving, insider trade secrets to the other team, he's saying something that's a data point for Boston to think about. And so, I was trying to give him credit for how valuable of a podcast he's putting out there. He clearly heard the word X's and O's and latched onto it and wanted to kind of punch down a little bit, being that, I think a lot of people in the media try to exert their basketball knowledge into a situation rather than asking players questions. But I was just asking. I was asking for him. I was asking for his viewpoint on potentially the thought that Boston people would be listening and gaining at least something of insight from what he had to say.
And like I said, I thought it was completely valid. And also, whether it's X's and O's, it doesn't take much to be bulletin board material, even on the slightest opinion, which is why I was kind of like, why are you being so naive about it? But it is what it is. But I just wanted to give you that moment because